What's up guys, Jez here from Whiskefy and welcome to another episode of WhiskefyTV. This is what happens when the phone rings. We all get thrown and... Where's my hat? Should I do it without a hat this week? You guys can see what I look like without a hat on. Do you know what? This is what happens when things aren't prepared and you kind of rush things and things don't really work, but as you may notice, it is Rye July and I'm missing two beautiful humans. Now, I pulled the pin on them on Friday when we meant to record. I was absolutely wrecked. Couldn't do anything, but I'm alive now. I've been working somewhat, so you know, we're here to drink whiskey. So, it is episode 133 of WhiskefyTV, and this week we will be reviewing a bottle of the following. This stuff here, the Bulleit Rye. Now, I have reviewed this stuff on episode 2, I believe, but I put it up against the normal Bulleit and then called them both whatever, because I had no idea what I was doing. But this kind of episode feels off. Much better. We're there. Comfy. We're happy. We're good. Now, it is 90 proof or 45% ABV. US, it's about 40 bucks a bottle. Australia, it's about 60, so it's not too bad side by side comparison, and non-age stated. Now, I don't have a cask for you guys, but I can tell you it is 95.5. Now, let me get this sucker popped. Not bad. I didn't mind that. I'm gonna get it poured out. So we are 0 ep since last pour because Jacob spilled it last week. Naughty boy. Let's get a long pour. I don't know if we're gonna count that. I'm gonna say not a spill because it's my rules. So I make the rules. Now let's break into these notes, expressions, etc. Then we'll get into the good stuff. Now, Old Bulleit 95 Rye Special. Why do they call it that? Well, the only special bit about it is it's not Bulleit's juice. It's produced by MGP, but we'll get into that in just a second. Now, Bulleit launched this permanent line extension back in 2011, and it's been part of their, I want to say, cocktail bars back bar ever since. I know I've been to a few cocktail bars and they've got a bottle of Bulleit Rye just kick back up there. Okay, I know that bottle. I know it's all MGP, so hey, can't be a bad time, right? But we'll move on. So, the reason why I mentioned MGP at the start, and obviously just then as well, is because what they've been doing with MGP is producing it and storing it in both Indiana at the MGP sites and then both at the Bulleit sites as well, one being Stittswella, the other one being Shelbyville, where they are now doing like the Bulleit processing stuff. The Shelbyville site opened end of 2018, I believe, start of 2019. From memory. Now, these guys have been winning awards for this product, but they won them 10 years ago and they still advertise them on their website. So it'll be interesting to see how it holds up against today's ryes, because obviously they're not finding the recipe. They released it 10 years ago, 12, 13 years ago. No, hold on. 11 years ago? What are we, 22 now? Yeah, 11 years. Oh, death. 11 years ago. And the awards are kind of as follows. So they got from the San Francisco World Spirits Comp, so the one everyone knows. They won gold in 2011 and 2013. Sorry, won double gold in 2011 and 2013. Then they won gold in 2012, 2014, 2015. So there's a few awards in there. Let's see. But then people also say that award shows are pay to play. So, you know, it's Diageo, right? I don't know. You work it out. Now, let's kind of crack into these notes. So, poured it out into my Whiskefy Glen Canadian Rye Glungs mixer. And I kind of I was standing here and I was writing the notes for it, and one of the notes I was getting was finger bun. It was very interesting because if you guys in the US don't know what a finger bun is, it's imagine like a hot dog roll, right? Easiest way to explain it. Hot dog roll, icing on top, and then desiccated coconut or dried coconut, if you like. Got no idea. Absolute cracker staple in Australia for I don't know, like fairy bread. If you guys don't know what fairy bread is, I'm gonna get real mad. But finger bun, I'm sure I'll drop a logo somewhere over there. Yeah, that's what I got. It was really odd, but yeah, I'll kind of move into the nose for this sucker. So, I don't want to say it, but it feels like a really young rye. And the sweet spot for ryes is probably, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years old. That's some of my favorite ryes anyway. So, I don't, 2-year-old, but it's hard to say really. Getting this lime zest note and getting that green oak. Something else. Green tea as well, but yeah, got all the basics covered. Moving on to the taste. So as I kind of gave that a good Kentucky chew, medium of viscosity, which is nice, but it's got a good spice coating across the entire tongue, which is also, I want to say props. I want to say props to them for that because it's enjoyable. Now, kind of like a level of mint just on the palate there, as I gave that the Kentucky chew as well. So mint's refreshing. Why not? Now, just for the finish there. So, for the finish, it's really short and super disappointing because I just kind of get this really dry oak note, but it's not like the oak note that I typically enjoy. It's rather unpleasant. I'm kind of ooh, I don't know if that's a bad batch or what that is, but that's about it though. It's just this funky oak on the back end. I'm ugh, not a fan. Which kind of leads us to our, I guess our notes for what we kind of thought, and we as in me, because I'm the only one here. Someone send help. Starting from the top, I reckon it'd stand up really well in a cocktail, and I can see why bars keep it, because you bumped up that proof, and for say $60 a unit, it's cracker. What, 700? Are they running 700s or 750s? 700 mils. 700 mils, 45%, 90 proof, $60. All day winner. Excuse me. Next up was finish. Didn't really show me any promise there. It was super short. that funky, real weird oak note. And I'm like, I need something more out of this rye. I feel like we could have gotten a lot more out of it, but it is what it is, so who knows. And finally, it is priced really well for the market. I did note down that their competitors would be Jack Rye and Beam Rye. Jack Rye coming in at 45%, and it's about $73 a bottle from Uncle Dan's, and Beam Rye being 40% and $56 a bottle. So it's kind of like in that sweet spot there. And I reckon I haven't had the Beam Rye in a minute, so I might have to revisit. Nah, sounds like a tasting for another day. So yeah, I'm gonna mark this down as a bar because it just belongs on bars and probably not in your glass. So cocktail, let me know. This is probably the first time I pushed it as a cocktail at a bar. So I don't know, support your bartenders. That's all I'm saying. And bars, bartenders, show them love. But yeah, we can kind of wrap this one up at the 11-minute mark. So I like how quickly things move when I'm running the show and I don't have two other fiends with me causing shenanigans, but I miss them, so we love them. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Rye July or Jul-Rye or Friday. But yeah, thank you, love y'all. Hopefully you enjoy your weekend too, because I know I definitely am. Plenty of events happening or happened this week. And hopefully I can get this out before the Rye extravaganza on Saturday. I'm pumped because Rye in July, whoa, get it, love it. Anyway, thank you, love y'all, stay thirsty. I'm Jez, peace.